for SaaS, building out a software company of some sort, any sort of software company. Where are we going to put this one, Ben? This is your domain.
So in terms of sheer opportunity, it's like far and away even above creator in terms of S tier, but the degree of difficulty makes it far less so. Because the ceiling is even higher than being a creator realistically, right? Think of who's the best creator. We got like Mr. Beast, right? What's the best software company, right? So the ceiling is like exponentially higher, but the degree of difficulty I would say is like probably even higher than being a creator because you have to know again so much about so much. There's so many things that go into running a SaaS that people don't think about. It's not just the product, unfortunately. It's like everything else around the product. But luckily, these software tools, these AI tools, are getting better to handle a lot of that stuff that stops a lot of people. So it's still a pretty phenomenal opportunity. If you put a if you made me choose, I would say thinking all variables included, I'd put it at a B
Oh, a B? Why'd you skip the A?
because it's too hard for most people to do it.
Oh, you think it's that much harder?
N- Growing it, yes,
So, so, so Chad here said something, and I kind of want to challenge a little bit of what you said too,
please.
um, because like some of the biggest people, some of the biggest influencers today, like what is what does every influencer want to do? They
Mhm.
want to do software, right? Like that's what a lot of the big influencers want to be doing. And I think so. You think about like people like Iman Gaji, right? Like what is the company that he invested in? He invested in wow. Alex Hormozy invested in this company called
School.
School, right? And so my thing is like these people invested in those companies, right? So they put money in to get them. But like the major leverage that they have to add to those businesses, I mean, Alex Hormozy is probably a little bit different, but Iman Gaji, like the best thing that he could really offer that company is like himself as an example or as an ambassador of that business. And I think that is a major value add to bring to the product. Now, the product itself has to be fantastic. Let's be clear, you know. But I feel like once again, as a creator, and this is only challenging the idea that without the difficulty, uh, software is as better than content creator. This is what I'm trying to challenge, because technically, I mean, as the creator, you can definitely create an app or have someone else create an app for you that you can then make the next Slack, right? Whereas before, the amount of grind that Slack has had to do to get to the level of adoption that they have today, like there was never some creator who had just like been the productivity guy that everyone went to who just launched the Slack app. Like, no, they had to like build that from the ground up. And where are all these companies doing, by the way? What is HubSpot doing? They're buying up podcasts. They are, sponsoring all these podcasts because they need these creators. So I don't know if this is
Well, that's why I
something
put
that you
creator at S
disagree with.
tier.
Yeah, yeah.
I put it higher for that exact purpose. So you could get there, but the problem with this, like why it's so hard, is because with code and software, screw ups are inevitable and beyond your control.
Mm.
And so you're selling oftentimes to people who don't get that, and they blame you for every screw up that's beyond your control. So it's a very difficult game because then also, let's say people really don't like it. Let's say something catastrophic happens that you literally couldn't control. The people who spent money on that now blame you and your content too,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So it ties you a lot to something that you don't have that much control over, which is why I put creator higher. Like, because I would rather it'd be easier to grow an audience and then partner with an existing people who are putting out the fires for a software company. I run multiple software companies. Stuff goes wrong literally every day.
Mm.
And then you have to deal with customer service and you're selling to the people on the internet and the people on the internet are fucking stupid. And then but you still got to deal with them because they are customers, right? Most of our biggest headaches. So, Kurt is our head of customer support, our producer Kurt in the background. And we deal with the most ignorant people every single day, but we still try to help them, right? So that's part, you don't think about that when you're running a SaaS. You got to deal with Karen every day, right? So, whereas if you're a creator, you don't have to,
You don't have to deal with it. Yeah, you don't have to.
right? You just post the video and you move on.
Yeah.
Whereas
You
this,
should.
I actually have to deal with this person who knows nothing about nothing and is claiming like she's a genius or he's a genius, right? So there's definitely a lot of stuff there. It can be really rewarding and super awesome when you do provide a great solution. But I just think it's significantly harder than people think. And I think with all these AI app tools, everyone has really been like, "Oh, like you should be building an app, you should be building a software product." And I would say that if you're a dog. Like, if you're a dog, there's no better way to change your life, and you can make transformative, life-changing money, which is what I hope to do. But it's not for the faint of heart, because
Mm,
you have to learn so many connecting things either by yourself, or you need to have the money to go actually hire decent people. Because if you have a really good idea and you start, somebody else who's really good is going to come in and beat you if you can't keep moving. So
fair
it's
enough.
right. That's the problem. Is copycats are everywhere, and once you get good at doing this, I can spin up a product in like months that would take most people years because I've done it 4 times.
Mm,
Right.
mm,
So
mhm.
there's other people who have done it way more than I have. So it's an amazing opportunity if you can do all the stuff. There's just a lot of stuff.
For sure, and then, like, the other part of it is, like, being pretty savvy as a business person too, because, like you're saying, it's not even just people trying to steal your ideas, it's also people being able to execute on them at a higher level.
Better than you. Yeah.
Yeah, and whether that's because they have the resources, they can just, like, hire crazy devs to build out, like, the next crazy feature that you would have, but you just
Yeah.
can't, or if it's even just, like, marketing the heck out of the
Or if they
product, you
Yeah, if they
know?
control the messaging part harder, right? Like, that's
Yep,
why one of the moats that we have for one of my apps is because I know that it'd be really hard for someone to come in and compete with me on the marketing side. So there's a lot of competitors out there, but even if they were to, like, theoretically beat us, if we're controlling the messaging, we'd still win. And we're also obsessed with making the product the best too, so I think we'll win in a big way there. There's just a lot. So we got Real Juan saying, "Sup, boys?
what
What
up,
up? How
real
you living?
one?
How you living?" If you've yet to like this stream, please do so. And also, if you've yet to click subscribe, do so. We passed 1,000, so thank you guys all. Whether you're here live or watching in the recording, we appreciate you tremendously. Makes all this stuff so much more fun. But yeah, I think SaaS, the opportunity is kind of like when something's new. People always say it's easier than it is, and I fell for that a little bit too, because you always think like, oh, it can't be that hard. When you truly understand code, or even begin to understand code, the layers of complexities that are there, there's so many things that can go wrong, and you're only trying to
Talk
get
to us
one thing to go right.
talk to us about, like, some of the things that can go wrong.
Well, everything is interconnected, right? So when you experience a bug, what the user sees is usually getting caused by something like not obvious,
Mm,
right? So like the user will be complaining about something. And then the other problem too is if you're selling to B2B, B to B2C, so business to customer, I'm the business, they're the customer. Like think general consumer apps, their level of understanding for software is so low. So trying to troubleshoot their issue is difficult. Then you also deal with people who don't even have a problem. They just don't know how to read, right? So that
mm,
happens all the time too.
mm.
And so there's a lot of stuff there that people don't really consider that goes into running a software. And also because it's a catch 22, right? If you have a great software that people love talking about and spreading, then that can go really far really quickly. But if you don't, bad things can spread really quickly too. And there's a lot of very vengeful people out there that will make it their mission to hurt you. Like we have people in one of my apps where like they agreed to pay for it, they put in their credit card and then we charge them and then they act like we robbed them. And then they make it their mission to like come and shit talk us, right? So that happens.
People are crazy, man.
People are absolutely insane, dude. The amount of lies that people come up with, it's insane. And it's all like tracked in the background by code. And these people get into the crazy levels within their mind where they think that we're just sitting there waiting to charge their credit card. Like the second it happens, it's like, no, man, this is all done by code. Like you signed up 3 days ago, you got charged because you didn't cancel.
Yeah, yeah.
It's insane. So yeah,
Word, man.
it's an amazing opportunity. And the leverage factor off of it, if you can win, can be huge. But it takes a lot to get to that escape velocity unless you have an existing way to market it.